what we are trying to do here, we are trying to do some reinforcement.
Boom! What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Joannis or Joe Hatagwa. I'm a Sierra Leonean American living here in West Africa. And if you want to know what the last 2 weeks have been like for me here in Africa, then this is the video for you. All right, so we are in week 65 and 66 of my time here in West Africa. So I'm gonna give you all the updates from these last 2 weeks, so check it out. All right, cool, so we're gonna start with the house update in Sierra Leone, then we're gonna go all the way through a couple of updates in Ghana before I went on my trip to Nigeria. So I'm gonna give you all those updates, so let's get right into it. Okay, first things first, the Sierra Leone house update. Every week or every time I put out a video, I give you guys an update. Here is the new update. So we had to do a brand new gutter in the front of the property. If you guys remember last year during the rainy season, the water was coming down the main street. It's causing a lot of issues because the road isn't paved, so it's just kind of a dirt road. And if you can imagine, like really heavy rains was causing like ditches and like little even peaks and valleys through the main road that was next to the property. So I had to go ahead and build some drainage, as my contractor calls it, or a gutter, so that it can take the water down away from being on the street, but now pass it through all the other gutters through the rest of the village. So yeah, so check it out. Oh, so we did that. Then we also had to work on the electrical outlet. So the electrician's gonna walk you through the different outlets and different power sources that he put in and how he set everything up. So we're gonna go through that. Then lastly, what we had to do is widen the gate, and we had to put in a new ramp so that vehicles can come and deliver the materials for the house building into the property. Before, they'd have to park outside the property, dump everything outside the property, and then we'd have to use like an assembly line to have the workers kind of bring in the stuff into the property. So now we have a gate that's wide enough for like an 18-wheeler, and we have a ramp that's strong enough for people to drive into the property. So let's check all of that out now.
Hello Joe, good morning. So what we are trying to do here, we are trying to do some reinforcement before the drainage comes. That's why you see all this iron, is to reinforce the concrete that we have to do. Later on we will do some form work, then we concrete, right? So this is it. You can actually see the slope of the gutter, so that when water comes, it will go directly to the other drainages. Okay, so that's exactly what we are doing here. All right, and also we are trying to bring down the pillar, because we have to connect the drainage well before we do that pillar. So we need to knock that pillar down. That's exactly what we are doing on this other side, because if we do the drainage and then later on we come to do the gutter, we have to destroy the drainage again.
So as my contractor just said, they're reinforcing basically what would look like the eventual gutter, right? So they reinforce it with steel, then they put wood all around it, so that's where you're gonna pour the cement all the way through. So what you see here is the guy actually pouring the cement on either side, and as he does that, that's gonna form the actual outlining of the gutter. So he's just pouring the cement all through there, and you can see that they sat it there for a little while as the cement sat all the way through there. And you know, it had to give it, I think, a day or so from the heat and then once it's done, this is what it looks like, right? A full-on gutter. And so the water can come down through here and no longer mess with the street. And so then what he did is, between the gutter and the main wall, he added some cement there as well, so that the water can just flow from there right into the gutter. and it doesn't actually have any negative effect. Now what you see is the inside, where we had the electrician digging into the wall a little bit to add all of the wires and all of the sockets from the original hanging wires that you guys saw last week. And so here we go. So the electrician did a video. Basically what he's showing is there's going to be one power outlet and then one outlet for solar. So every single outlet you have, there's one for each. Just in case the power goes out, I can plug into the solar. And then there's an outlet in the other part of the room. And then as you walk around, this is the living room area. You walk around, that's where the light switches are going to go when you walk into the living room, so you can turn on the lights for everything. You can see there's going to be a light switch, a light bulb that's up there. This is the kitchenette area. That's the transponder or whatever you call it. Basically, it's like the where you go to turn on all the lights and everything. There's another outlet in the bedroom, solar and regular outlet. So he's just showing us that. Then you look over here, that's where the two light switches are going to go. Over the top, that's where a light bulb is going to be. And then here you see two more outlets on the other side of the bedroom as well. So now as you walk over here, there's another outlet over here. So there's three areas where there are outlets. And he's just showing another outlet in the other room. So he went to the other bedroom now. The one outlet, the one main power MP, and then the one solar outlet in the other bedroom. Now he's just showing the light switches to turn those on, to turn on the light that's going to be above it right there. Again, another light switch for another bulb over there. And then another light switch for another bulb in there. And then of course, two more outlets there. One for solar, one for regular. So you see all the cords that are going to be covered up by tile and cement, of course, eventually, once the floor gets done. So they'll be all under the ground, so you'll never be able to see them, but they'll all be there. Now he's walking out into what's going to be like a closet area for that main bedroom, another light switch there. And then walking back into the main living room area. And this is what it looks like. So now if you go into the kitchen, you see there's going to be two outlets there, one power, one main. It has to be a little higher because it has to be above the countertop. As you guys know, if you put any outlets in the kitchen, it needs to be above the countertop. Also, this little veranda area has to have an outlet outside too, in case they need to use power from the main house to be able to work on power for the main house. They can plug in there. So that is really almost everything. The last thing is that he's going to show again is that he used some cement to open up the area where that transponder is going to go, or the circuit board, I think is the other word people call it. And these are all just the cords that are going to be running all the power through the house. So there's one of each. There's one for solar and there's one for regular. So that's going to be where when I get the solar guy to come in, he'll put the solar through one and the regular will go through the other. And so in that way we can ensure there's always power. Just another light switch that he showed there. And then he's just going into the closet again and just to show the different light bulbs and how everything has been set up. So yeah, this is what it looks like at this stage of the game. So now all we got to do is add cords to actually add power, and this place is going to be able to be lived in. It's as simple as that. So he's just going around showing me all of the different places. I do have some updates for him and some other work that he's going to do, but we'll talk about that in another video. But as of right now, that is pretty much everything. That should cover all of the electrical work that's being done there. All right, guys, now let's move on to the next. All right, cool. So now this was where he had to start the process outside of building a ramp so that we could drive into the property with materials. So they start with wood on top first, then they put the iron rod on top of that, then they put the cement over top of that, right? And so they're just using heavy duty cement so that an 18-wheeler, a very large container, can even drive over this. And so they had to open up the gate pretty wide to make that happen. So that's what it looks like there. The gate had to be opened up to 18 feet. All right, cool. So that was the house update. Let's move on to the next. All right, so this next update is back in Ghana. I was invited out. A couple of friends of mine were in town and they wanted to go out to go watch a football match, or what we call soccer game, in the US. And it was actually a World Cup qualifier between Ghana and Nigeria. And if anybody knows about the history between these two countries, it's pretty wild, right? You hear Nigerians have so many crazy things to say about Ghanaians. You have Ghanaians who say all these crazy things about Nigerians. And the one area where they get a chance to do a head-to-head match on something is in soccer. And so there was a soccer match. Apparently they played the first game in Accra, but then they played the next game in Nigeria. And so check it out. Here's the game. So the funny thing is, the game ended in a tie, but because it was a tie and it was in the host country apparently loses as it pertains to gaining points to be able to move on to the next stage. All I know is it was a tie game. Ghana advances, Nigeria did not. The Nigerians at the table were very upset. It was crazy. But anyway, that was the game update. On to the next. All right, so next I went to a place called Labadi Beach Hotel. It's actually a really nice hotel on the beach. It's a hotel that I passed so many times. I mean, literally, at one point I was passing it every single day, have never been inside the hotel, but I've heard many good things about it. People love that place. It's one place that people like to go to chill, for meetings and to hang out. I actually went to a lunch meeting with the founder of a company called Sierra. Anyway, so we met up at Labadi Beach Hotel, so check it out. All right, guys, I'm on my way to Labadi Beach Hotel for a meeting. I haven't been there yet, so it's my first time going there. So you're gonna check it out with me and see what I'm gonna get some lunch. Get a chance to feel the vibes. People talk about it a lot. I actually don't live that far from there, so it's kind of surprising that I haven't been there to see it yet. But you guys are gonna discover it right along with me, so check it out. Matches, the bars there. There's a seating area here where people work. Reception in the main area is over there. Yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting for my meeting, but I like the place, nice vibes. I'm probably gonna eat here, so you guys get a chance to see what we eat. So check it out. So these are the vegetable spring rolls. There's some pickles on the side. There's a sauce there.
Yeah, that's your food.
Yes, and this is the steamed veggies. All right, cool. So I always like to share when I go like to lunch meetings or dinner and new places that I've been able to see and places that I like. So I would definitely recommend Labadi Beach Hotel for anybody who's looking for a quiet scene, a little bit out of like the way of everything, and like a really good atmosphere, good service as well, and the food is pretty good too. They also have a bar there. They also play soccer matches in there. So if you want to get away from a large group of people but still go somewhere where you can get all the same amenities that you like, Labadi Beach Hotel is the place to do it. All right, on to the next. Okay, lastly, I'm gonna take you to where I was getting ready to head out to go to Nigeria. My next update from you guys is gonna be all about my experience in Nigeria. So I'm gonna tell you about that and what it was like the day of getting ready to prepare to go. So check it out. All right, guys, so I just got my hair cut and I'm on my way. I'm actually getting packed and getting ready to get on that flight to Nigeria. A couple things to keep in mind when I get there. First, you have to fill out a health declaration form. If you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to take a COVID-19 test. So Ghana and Nigeria both have it so that if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to take a COVID-19 test. You do have to show proof of vaccination and you do have to upload it to the portal. They have what they call a health declaration form, and you actually don't have to take a test when you arrive in Nigeria. So that's the difference now than before. Before, you actually had to take a test. Now, if you're vaccinated, you just land and go about your business. The other thing I'm going to mention is that I may show footage of this. I may not. It depends on how hectic things are when I get there. But you also want to buy either a MiFi or a SIM card or both. So I'm probably going to buy a SIM card for my phone so I can have a local phone number for the next 2 weeks. But then I'm also going to buy a MiFi so I have a backup Wi-Fi. So when I'm out on the road and my phone Wi-Fi doesn't work, or I'm at home and the Wi-Fi starts acting up, then I can use the backup. But yeah, so I am getting ready to head out now. So we'll see you guys when I get there. All right, guys, that's it. That was the last update I wanted to give you. That was the last update for that 2 weeks in Ghana before I headed out to Nigeria. My next vlog is gonna be my 2 weeks in Nigeria. It was a wild time, the good, the bad, the ugly, you'll get all of it. So check out that video coming up next week. But in the meantime, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends. Anybody who's thinking about moving to West Africa, Ghana or Sierra Leone in particular, anybody who's thinking about building in West Africa, this content is really meant to help them make that decision to transition from coming from the West to West Africa. So with that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.